Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson. Working with estimates and purchase orders. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover creating estimates in QuickBooks Online, converting estimates to purchase orders and invoices in QuickBooks Online. Topics: overview of the estimate workflow, creating an estimate, enabling purchase orders, using an estimate to create a purchase order, converting a purchase order to an expense or bill, converting an estimate to an invoice. Pro Advisor Challenge. From estimate to invoice. Sometimes clients may need to provide an estimate, also known as a proposal or quote, for a job to submit to their customer for approval. When it's accepted, they need to ensure that they use the correct data on purchase orders and invoices. How can you and QuickBooks Online help? QuickBooks Online allows clients to create and track the status of estimates and convert them into invoices at the end. QuickBooks Online Plus and advanced subscribers can also use estimates when creating purchase orders, saving time and headaches. Overview of the estimate workflow. Estimates are non-posting transactions that your clients can send to their customers to indicate how much their product or service would cost. When clients record estimates in QuickBooks Online, they can track the progress of the transaction and transfer the details to purchase orders to order goods from vendors, and then to invoices to bill for the work at the end. Using the estimate workflow saves time and eliminates human error because clients don't have to re-enter information manually when creating purchase orders and invoices. When the invoice is saved, the amounts will appear as posted transactions in the financial reports and clients can mark the estimate as closed. Creating an estimate. Let's see how to create an estimate. From the left-hand navigation, select Sales, then All Sales. Next, select New Transaction and then Estimate. From the Customer drop-down, select the customer the estimate is for. Set the estimate date and the expiration date. In our case, we set the expiration date 2 weeks from the estimate date. In the Product/Service column, enter the details of the job. Adjust the quantity and rate if needed. Next, select Save and Send. Review the estimate and the content of the email in the Send Email screen. When ready, select Send and Close. That's it! QuickBooks Online will send the email with the estimate to the customer. Enabling purchase orders. Clients using QuickBooks Online Plus or Advanced can create a purchase order using an estimate. However, before they do this, they need to enable that option. To do that, follow these steps. From the gear icon, select Account and Settings. Next, select the Expenses tab. In the Purchase Order section, move the Use Purchase Orders slider to switch it on. When done, select Save and then Done. Using an estimate to create a purchase order. Once the purchase order option is enabled, clients can create a purchase order using an estimate. From the left-hand navigation, select Sales, and then All Sales. Alternatively, navigate to the Customers tab of the Sales Center. On the Money bar, select the Estimate box. Select the estimate to be turned into a purchase order. On the Estimate screen, use the Estimate Status drop-down to update the status of the estimate and add any details. Note that there are 4 different status types for estimates in QuickBooks Online: pending, accepted, closed, and rejected. To save the changes to the estimate status, select Save. Next, select the down arrow next to Create Invoice and select Copy to Purchase Order. On the Purchase Order screen, select the vendor to order the item from. In the Ship to drop-down, select the customer whose project the item is for and who the estimate was created for. Review and adjust any details as necessary. When done, select Save and Send. Review the content of the email with the purchase order, and when ready, select Send and Close. The purchase order is now sent to the vendor. Converting a purchase order to an expense or bill. Once the vendor delivers the item, your client can add the purchase order to a bill or expense, depending on how they'd like to pay for it. To do that, follow these steps. From the left-hand navigation, select Expenses, then Vendors. On the Money bar, select the Purchase Order box. Find the purchase order and select either Create Bill or Create Expense from the down arrow. Note how some details are pre-filled. Enter any missing details. From the drawer on the right, select Add to add the details of the purchase order to the expense. When done, select Save and Close, converting an estimate to an invoice. Finally, let's see how to bill the customer when the job is complete. From the left-hand navigation, select Sales, then Customers. Select the estimate box in the money bar. Find the right customer and select Start Invoice in the Action column. Review the details, including the due date. From the drawer on the right, select Add to add the details of the estimate to the invoice if necessary. Clients can change the quantity and price on the invoice. Select Save and Send. Review the invoice and the content of the email in the Send Email screen. When ready, select Send and Close. The estimate will automatically be marked as closed even if only partial quantities are added. That's it. Summing up. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, we covered creating estimates in QuickBooks Online, converting estimates to purchase orders and invoices in QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. Clients can track the status of estimates and turn them into invoices or purchase orders with QuickBooks Online Plus and Advanced. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll look at creating customer statements. Customer statements.